Hello everyone. Welcome to the 13th video of the Data Analytics and Visualization series. So far we have looked at different types of plots. We've looked at violin plots, box plots, histograms, density plots, and we have also looked at the dplyr package, which is used for data transformation. In today's video, what we're trying to look at is we're going to look at a completely new type of plot, which is called as a ridge line. Right, a ridge line can be a density plot or a histogram plot. It's an interesting plot. I'll just show you this very quickly before we get into the nitty-gritties. So a ridge line actually shows you how different uh, different values inside a categorical variable move against a numerical variable. So just to explain that in slightly more detail, you can see different types of car types, right? Pickups, SUVs, two-seaters, so on and so forth, which is what you see on the y-axis here. And on the x-axis, you see highway miles per gallon, right? We are using the same MPG data set, which is a data set of different types of cars and their attributes. So what is happening here? You can see how you can see how different types of cars fall in their distribution across the mileage variable, right? So you can see pickups have got fairly lower mileage, and SUVs maybe slightly higher, followed by two-seaters, minivans, mid-size, subcompact, and compact, right? You can also see how they spread out across the mileage variable. So if you look at the subcompact part, you can see that it's a wide range of there are a number of different cars with different types of mileage. So there is a wide range there. A ridge line is exactly like a density plot in this particular case. The only difference is that you can actually, instead of faceting it under different types of class, you can have a simple seam through kind of a visual, and you can actually see how you can see visually how the transition is happening across different types of car types, right? If you can see how mileage is moving, the numerical variable is moving across your categorical class. So we'll get into the action. We'll look at what we need to plot this graph. So we'll definitely need the ggplot package, and I'm assuming ggplot is already installed because it's the 13th video in the series. But here we are going to install something called as gg ridges, right? So the moment you install that, you will also have to call the library. Let's say I call the library, I've already installed it. Those who have not installed it should install it, and let me just run the code. Right, so this is the same graph that I saw that we saw just a moment back. How do we plot this graph, right? All that we need to do is we need to plot the density graph, but instead of geom density, we are going to use geom density ridges, geom underscore density underscore ridges, and we're going to give it a theme for ridges. The x-axis is going to be your numerical class, in this case highway miles per gallon. Your y-axis is going to be the categorical variable whose values you want to fill, and the fill class is also the same. So it's a fairly simple kind of a graph. All that you need to do is, instead of geom density, you're going to use geom underscore density underscore ridges, and you're going to give it a theme of ridges. That's it. Right, now let's say instead of the density plot, you need a histogram, right? Here again, you're just going to use the same themes ridges. You're going to use the same plot. X is equal to highway miles per gallon, y is equal to class, and fill is equal to class. And inside the geom density ridges, earlier you had no argument. Now you're going to say stat is equal to bin line. The moment you say stat is equal to bin line, and you define the number of bins, which is a number of bars, and you can also determine your alpha indicator, which is the transparency indicator, you will get histograms instead of the density plot, right? So you can see that the stat is equal to bin line converts the density into a histogram, and you can also specify the number of bins, which is a number of bars, right? So this is an alternate view to the density plot. I'm hoping it's fairly simple. And just before winding up, I just wanted to show you another visual. So here, instead of having different colors for each of the class, what we're trying to do is we're trying to have different shades of blue. Right now it's not very clearly visible here, but if you look at the legend, what is happening is your highway miles per gallon, as it increases, the color of the blue becomes lighter, it becomes more transparent, right? So you will have a deeper or a darker color closer to 10 highway miles per gallon, and it becomes slightly more transparent or brighter when you get to 40 miles per gallon, right? So what do you do? You will plot the same thing, but instead of fill is equal to glass, you are now just going to say what is in your x-axis. You say dot dot x dot dot, so that it clearly understands that's what you want, and you will pass on the geom underscore ridges, but this time you will also have a suffix which is like a different function, geom density ridges gradient, right? So this is that function which will help it to understand that you need to pass on that x variable um, as your gradient fill, right? And you're just going to pass on standard arguments like scale is equal to 1 and what's the height, right? You're just going to say is equal to 0.01. You can play around with these two numbers. I mean, this is just the scale and height that determines how you plot this graph, right? uh, um, I hope you would want to try this out yourself and play around with these numbers so that you could understand this far more well. But ridge lines are just a better visual representation if you want to actually, if you're concentrating on a single categorical variable and want to track how that moves against a numerical variable. I hope that was pretty straightforward. It's a very different kind of a graph. You don't see that in Excel. I'm guessing with these interesting graphs, we're having fun. Thank you very much for watching and supporting. I hope to see you in the next video.